Welcome to the channel. And what is a really hot, well, actually it's more muggy than it is hot. I don't think it's as warm as it has been for the last couple of days, but it is pretty warm. So I'm just trying to get caught up on a little bit of the welding on the Merc before the boys get back over, so we can continue and get on to the next stage of where we're at here. We're moving. We're definitely moving. But this video actually is about a couple of things. One, it's about what long-term friendships mean, and I'll get into that because that's actually what this video is more about. And I suppose the other thing is why would I buy another truck when I just bought that dually and that was supposed to be my truck? Well, let me put it this way. This truck had a blown engine and a rotten frame. Okay, that probably didn't help you at all, right? Okay, so let's go back to the first part of the topic. Good friends. This is where the story actually starts. So another adventure here. We're going to pick up another pickup truck, which kind of seems ridiculous. But I'm going to start this off with, you gotta like when you got good friends, because a good friend of mine, Joe, is loaning us a truck with a tilt trailer attached to the back of it to make a hour and 15-minute drive up to pick up the truck that we're possibly going to buy. We got to have a look at it, but as you can see, Joe's got some pretty awesome equipment in his yard as well. There's some big rigs and that, and of course there's my little pipsqueak, but we're going to leave that one here today. So we're about to start our journey. Yeah, so Mitch and I made our travels down to the location where this was parked. This was it's taken over a month to make the deal. The guy that owned the truck is out west here in Canada, and it just between communication and having to make arrangements with other people, it was definitely a challenge. But anyways, we got there, and it was a little bit of a chore getting the trailer to where the truck was. The truck apparently was supposed to be pulled out of where it was parked, and it wasn't. So I was glad to have a second set of eyes and hands to help guide the trailer, and we got it into place and got it. I only took a couple of pieces of video because it was just piping hot yesterday when we went to get this. But everything went really well, and I can't say thanks enough to my friend Joe. And most definitely, if you're stranded in Niagara Falls somewhere and need to call a tow truck, Joe will look after you. So we managed to get out of there with the truck. I know I took a very quick video down there. We're just filling up Joe's truck, which is only fair. Give him a little shout out to Niagara Regional Towing. This is his personal truck, but he was kind enough to let us borrow the truck, and thus far it's been actually a really good truck. So of course brought my sidekick Mitch with me, and thank God I did, because it was a bit of a chore getting that truck out of where it was parked, but we got her pulled off. It probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense why I would buy this truck, but I guess I'll give you a couple of things that are going to come up. One, I never take anybody's word. I've been a mechanic a long time, so I never take anybody's word as to, you tell me it's a blown motor, okay, well, I might want to check that out myself and draw my own conclusion. And this one has raised a few questions, actually, because the motor oil is still clean in it, the engine still turns over, and there's no obvious sign of the engine being blown. I've taken a quick scan underneath this truck to look for the broken frame, or rotten frame as it's supposed to be titled, and it's so heavily oil sprayed under there that it's almost hard to believe there's anywhere that's rotten or broken on it. But it was in long grass, so I got to look further. But so those are the two items that I would say are in question about this, and that's going to get investigated. Now let me show you why I would buy this truck. Obviously, if you saw the whole video about the dually here, we were very interested in the patina that's on this truck, and I honestly like it. I would have just thrown a clear coat over it and been quite satisfied. Now, that's a bit of a dinger for sure in this bumper. The frame and everything is completely okay. The body panels are still in original condition, and I mean, you know, all the sheet metal is actually excellent on this truck. Uh, Part of the only question was some of this, I don't know how well it shows up, but there's a crack, and the other side also has a quite large crack, and these are the fiberglass flares, of course, that go on for the dually. But here's the big one. The interior in this truck is just so badly broken. Like all your plastic trim and there's damage everywhere inside this truck. I'll give you a bit more of a look. And it was just in, we'll say poor condition, to be fair, I guess. And of course, the seats were not the prettiest. The carpet is not totaled. I think with a shampoo it might come up a little bit, but anyways, this was part of the issues. And then of course this can be fixed, but there's 3 torque screws that are in the base of this that usually come loose for some reason. They never put Loctite on them, I don't think, from factory, and they just come loose, and that can be repaired. That is not a big deal, but parts for these trucks have become darn near impossible to find. You can't buy them new, and guys who are selling parts off, when they're parting trucks out, are asking very large money for like interior seats and any of that trim stuff if you can get it, because so much of it's broken. It was just a bad era for plastics and everything. So I've been keeping an eye, and it's not uncommon for me to buy a whole truck to take care of many items, and this most definitely was a deal that was going to take care of not only the items I was hoping for, but many more items actually. So let me show you what this is. So the door cards are actually in very good condition. The dash, other than, I don't know what it is with this model year, but all these glove box doors were broken. But all the plastic all the way across is actually in very good condition. It does have a tilt wheel that's still tight, so that's a pretty quick and easy swap. Of course, you can see the driver's door card is quite good. It's got these nice captain's chairs with a console, so the back seat area in the dually is actually fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So we'll be able to just leave all that in there, but of course this also provides the third seat if you really needed it. But another feature in this truck that was kind of a bonus is that the carpet's like brand new, and they threw these pieces over top of it to protect it, and other than the odd maybe coffee stain and whatever, it's quite nice. It even comes with a Kenwood stereo. I mean, come on. So then I went a little further than that. I thought for sure these doors were going to be full of Bondo, and it actually turns out this truck saw so much oil spray, that the doors are actually quite nice on it. And the problem with the dually is that it had the original bracket style mirrors, and all the sides of the doors, even though these doors are mint, they just threw some screws in here to plug up. Would have been holes. They just siliconed across here, and all across here it's just silicone. So I mean, that can all be repaired, and I'm sure that those doors aren't going anywhere. But these panels are fine. I mean, we'll be able to, not really crazy about those, they may go, but these doors will totally take care of our doors and just swap them over. Of course, we'll be looking at repainting the truck because they're not exactly a match, but that's fine. I mean, it even has the sun visors on it, or the vent shields. These mirrors can be easily taken off, and those nice extendable ones put on it, because of course you want it for hauling the trailer. And I'm not a tonneau cover kind of guy. I was a cap guy most of my life, but this thing has that ARE tonneau cover on it. Because it's not open. That's got to be open. Oh, it's just too heavy for one hand. And I'm guessing it was somebody who was more of a car person that drove a truck, because I've never owned a truck that was this clean in its bed. But this whole bed rug thing is actually quite nice, and you know, as long as you got the tonneau cover, you can kind of get away with that. And of course, the other bonus was the truck's also got Eagle alloys on it, and I didn't know all four centers were here until we opened the thing up. But I have no use for them, but we can definitely recoup a couple dollars, and it's got really nice tires on it all the way around. So you get a couple bucks back for that. The other thing is, this tailgate is absolutely very excellent condition. There's one little dent right there, and otherwise could be completely just removed and installed on the other truck, which does happen to have a big crease in the top of it. Again, the sheet metal is in excellent condition. I was actually quite shocked. The pinch weld all the way along, it's full of oil spray, so it's, oh, I don't know if you can see that. So it's not all rotted out like I actually would have expected. Not sure about the tail lights. Not a big one on some of that aftermarket stuff. But then again, it's another set of tail lights, so that's the main part of it. I guess the other thing is that I didn't really mind the Mack Dog or the Bulldog on the front of the hood of the dually. Yeah, I mean, this is old school. A lot of the trucker guys did that and everything, but it has damaged all the hood when they tightened this down, because it wasn't an exact fit. So kind of liking this whole front clip. It's got a custom bumper, a custom grille, and I gotta say, I kind of like that headlight configuration a little bit better than I like this one. So I think I'm gonna wind up actually taking this whole front end. There's one little dent. That ring over there has got damage to it, so I don't know if you can get a replacement one. But and the hood itself has been, again, oil sprayed so heavily that there's like no rust on it whatsoever. So, you know, the hood's in perfect shape, so might as well just use the thing. And of course, there's so many components that actually cross between the two trucks excuse me, that should be able to make use of a few more things out of this truck anyways. Got a brand new rad in it. But first thing we're going to do is get this fully diagnosed, because like I say, I don't see the evidence of the engine being blown yet. And usually you can kind of tell. If I had to throw my first guess at it, I'd say something's going on with the timing, whether it's, you know, somebody did a tune-up on it and just didn't get all the wires in the right spot. Normally you can hear the fuel pump running when you put the key on these, and I do not hear the fuel pump. But we'll dump some fuel down it, and who knows, maybe there's a rod out of it or a main bearing or something. But as of right now, that doesn't even matter to me. I didn't even need it. But yeah, quick cleanup. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not sure about the visor either, but we'll see. Again, not really my cup of tea. But definitely, everybody always wants to know. So this wound up costing me $2,300, and then of course I filled Joe's tank in his truck, because that's what you always do when you borrow equipment. And again, I got to give a shout out to Joe. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you to trust me with your equipment, and it worked flawlessly. That Dodge he loaned us has 690,000 kilometers on it. I wouldn't say it's got all the pulling power it originally had, but it's sure run really well, and I greatly appreciated that, that's for sure. And of course, having Mitch to help me was another big part of it. So I hope this video goes together kind of making sense. It's a little all over the place, and again, we were just trying to get it loaded and get out of there yesterday, and it was a bit of a trick. We got back here, and I'll tell you, that tilt trailer is sure awesome for unloading a vehicle. I've never had that luxury before. So anyways, it's a little in-between video. I'll probably try to record diagnosing this truck with the engine, and then I'll give a closer inspection of the frame and see where it's claimed to be rotten. And of course, this truck, once those are known things, it is going to be blown to pieces in hopefully 2 days. Like, I don't want to spend any time on this, but I do want this to put all its good parts in that dually over there, and then the dually will be well on the way to this takes care of so many of the parts that I need for that truck, and then we might talk more about that RV engine swap thing, because I'm sort of on the page that the dually could be the last truck I ever drive, and if I put a 43,000 mile engine and an Allison transmission behind it into that truck, I'm never going to have to buy another truck again, and I'll have a truck that you probably spend $80,000 to buy, and my total investment will be under $15,000, and maybe 16, 17 total with paint on it. So that's sort of the next challenge, I guess. So appreciate everybody who comes around. Appreciate all the new subscribers. We got a number in the last little while, and I hope you stick around. It's a lot more Mercury stuff coming. I think we've got about, I'm going to say I got about 2 more hours of welding in and around, and we're very close to getting that body back off the frame, and then we're going to get into the, it'll get a lot faster then, because the mechanical stuff's not the stuff that takes us the time. It's all the body stuff, because we're not body men. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.